I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time.
Okay, well, my projects today have consisted on working on my table saw, and doing a restore job is pretty labor intensive. So I have taken everything apart, and I have been working on taking all the rust off, sanding it down, repainting it, getting it down to the bare metal where it needs to be. So what you see here are some pieces and stuff that I don't want painted. I've taped off on the front. These are the beds to the joiner, wood planer. This is my cutting edge for the table saw. And then I've got parts just kind of strewn everywhere. So here I've got a bunch of pieces that have been painted, different knobs and handles. Hey buddy, what's going on? What are you seeing? And stuff sitting everywhere. So here on my Jeep is another arm, another piece that's been painted, and another arm there. This is sort of the before. So before I get it painted, it's looking like this. A lot of rust, a lot of wear and tear. This stuff is heavy cast iron. So I've been taking it and washing it, cleaning all the rust off that I can, and using a wire brush to clean it up, and then I'm painting it, trying to get it back to kind of that original shop gray color that you see on there, and I'm getting there. So kind of just about ready to start putting stuff back together. And here I'll take you over and show you what I'm doing to the stand to try and dust proof it. All right, so a couple of pieces that I'm sort of excited about getting going here. This is the wood deck that will go on the stand. This is the base for the jointer, and as you can see here, I've painted them both, and I've got them all cleaned up. Some of the surfaces here that I want to remain bare metal, I taped off. I've got the blades cleaned up, got a little bit of oil on them right now just to keep some rust from continuing to grow. This is the stand that the table saw goes on. So it's all painted and refreshed. The inside is just primer, but you can see the outside is got a nice new coat of paint on it. And this right here is the stand that it's all going to go on. So I've got it all sanded down and repainted. And what I'm doing is I am creating a vacuum port so I can suck all the dust out and make this a dust-free environment. So what I've done in here is I've put a piece of wood in the base, and I've cut a nice little slit right here. This is sort of what will create the suction and draw the dust through. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and seal up all these edges with some sealant so that it's got a nice good seal in here. And on the bottom side, I have screwed in some 1x1s, and that is what I will screw the next part of my dust collector unit onto. And it'll sort of be the bottom housing that the hose will attach to, and then I'll be able to hook up the hose to the vacuum while I'm running the table saw, and should be a dust-free unit. So that's what I'm working on, doing some work on getting that sealed up, and hopefully I'll get back to start putting things together tonight. Alright, so I'm super excited to show some progress on my table saw that I've been working on restoring. And quite a bit of work has gone into this. I've spent probably about 26 hours or so working on completely dismantling this whole thing, taking all the rust off, repainting it, cleaning everything up, and getting it back to this stage right now of at least functionality. My dog's coming in to join us, so he might be in frame. We'll see how that goes. Hey, Kramer. So I just want to show you a couple of things that I've worked on. I've got my trusty assistant, my wife, who's 15 weeks pregnant over there videoing for us today. So rub your hand in front, Crystal, and say hello. Nice, there we go. All right, so a couple of things that are going on. This is a really cool machine. This is the Delta table saw jointer, and what is interesting about it is the motor that it uses. It's a special motor that has pulleys on both sides, the shaft that goes all the way through. So this unit, depending on which belt you have hooked up, you have this side hooked up, it's going to run the blade for the table saw. So we lift it, take it off, and hook up the belt on this side, and it's going to run the blade for the jointer. Some cool things that I was working on with this. Had to take the whole thing apart, repaint it, but you can see that my my pulleys are back to working for raising and lowering the blade, for getting your blade cut depth. And I've got a pulley on this side that changes the angle of your cut. Cool thing about this is it rotates the entire unit, so it rotates the motor and the blade, so I can take this from 0 degrees all the way up to 45 degrees. And that is all back to working properly again. I've got my slide here that's working, my guide for sending the wood in and out of the blade. I've got my rip fence on this side that is working fairly good. I think I need to do a little bit of work on this guy, and it's not quite trued up, so I need to do a little bit of work on straightening that. On this side, I have the jointer, and this is for making the edge of a board true, making sure that there's no divots in it. And there's adjustments that it's really nice that these are working nice and smoothly on both ends. So this side I would raise or lower depending on how much I wanted cut off with the blades. On this side over here, raise and lower it again to straighten everything out, so make sure that it's level. On this side I can adjust the angle, whether it's a 90 degree or less, what I want to do on that. So everything's working good there. This is my little safety so that as I'm working somewhere else, not exposed to the blades. It has to also get a little spring for that. That part's needed. What else is going on in this unit? As you can see back over here, I'll show you again changing the angle of the motor, and I've got the blade, the belt hooked up right now for the table saw, and as that turns, it turns the whole unit, and you can see now the angle of the blade has changed. The whole unit, the belt, the motor, everything goes with it, makes it able to cut together. So I'll just show you this thing turned on. I've got a couple of things to do still. I've made the bottom sealed, and I've got some more work to do making a port for my shop vac so that I can hook this up and that everything will be sealed. I'm still going to seal this unit in with a door so that I can reach in and change the belts, but it'll be sealed so that this will be a dust-free unit. So I'm not going to cut any wood on this today, just because I haven't finished that part yet, but just wanted to show you the progress so far. So here is with the belt hooked up for the table saw side. Got my on and off switch right over here, and here's this unit. It's an old unit, so it's a little bit noisy, but not too bad. So turn that side off, come over, raise up the motor, take off the belt on that side, add this belt over here, and now same on-off switch, but now my jointer is powered on. As you can see, my blades are turning in there. Slide a piece of wood through here. It would move the safety cover and give me a true edge on whatever piece of board I'm working on. So that is where I'm at right now with the restoration of my Delta 1950s model table saw and jointer. Just about ready to start cutting some wood on it, and once I get the dust-free portion of it fixed up, I'll give you the last update on that, and you'll see me start to use it to make some furniture. There we go. Thanks.